The film starts with a couple, who were friends. The girl's name was Margot. She was waiting for a boat to come because she was actually going to a chef's hotel to try all his dishes. His hotel was on an island where rich people from all over the world used to come and taste his dishes, but this time the chef invited them to come there because today he wanted to show them something big. He was going to do something different. When Margot and her friend reach there, they see a lot of people have come there. All of them were famous and big people. One of them was a woman, who was a senior who used to check the food, and when Margot sees this rich man from the couple, she hides it. Felt like she already knew him. A dish is served to eat, and eating it, everyone becomes happy because it was made by that senior chef. Everyone reaches that island, where the chef's hotel was, and there the chef's friend welcomes all of them. When she sees Margot, she understands that Margot is not her wife. So the chef's friend asks Margot's friend, "Why didn't your wife come with you?" On which he does not talk much and says that she is my wife. The chef's friend says, "Okay, she is your wife. By the way, I know that she is not your wife, but it is your wish. If you brought her instead of your wife, so no problem." After this, all of them are taken ahead where they were going to that hotel. The chef's friends give them a tour of the whole place, means she makes them visit this place. On the way, they see the chef's house, but it was locked, so everyone asks him, "What is this?" On which she tells that this is the chef's house, but no one is allowed to go here, whether it is a customer or a worker, no one can go here. The senior chef also comes, who was telling the other chefs how to do it, means how to cook any dish. Now seeing him, they all become happy because he was a senior chef. The senior chef looks at Margot in a strange way because he knew that Margot was not in the list of our guests, but she still came. Then the chef goes in front of everyone and says that tonight's first dish I am going to present to you, but don't eat that dish with a full stomach, you just have to taste it and tell how it tastes. Apart from that, we have many other dishes. After eating it, all the people start talking to each other, and we can see that the chef is listening to everyone attentively. Then the chef starts preparing another dish in which bread should have been included, but the chef says, "Today I am going to do something different without bread, I will give you that dish. After eating it, you will tell how it is." The businessmen call the chef's companion to her and asks her for bread. She says that you have not heard that the chef has refused to give bread, and if it is his order, then the bread will not be given to you. Then that man says, "Listen to me girl, I will give you all that money, just bring bread for me," but she still refuses him, and they get surprised by thinking, why is everything happening here by the chef's will? Now when the chef sees that Margot has not eaten anything, he goes near and asks, "Why are you not eating anything?" Margot says, "Is there anything able to eat? If there would be something to eat here, then why don't I eat? I can't eat your food." Hearing this, the chef feels strange and leaves in anger because he wanted that his food should be eaten by everyone who has come here. After his death, Margot stares at the old man, and his wife also noticed that Margot is staring at her husband. That's why she asks her husband, "Why is that girl staring at you?" Then the old man says that, "I don't know, I don't even know why she is doing this." Then he says that our next dish is also ready, in which there are your good and bad memories. After saying this, that dish is served to everyone, which looked like a kind of bread, on which something was written about all of them, and pictures were also made. The old woman looks at the picture of her husband on that dish. In fact, there was a girl with him. Seeing this, she becomes furious and feels strange, so she asks her husband, "Who is this girl?" On which the old man says that, "I don't know who she is." Now like them, something was made on the rest of the dishes that was revealing everyone's secrets. Due to this, the atmosphere of happiness starts getting spoiled, and they don't like this thing at all, and they decide to raise her voice against it. But then after going to the washroom, Margot opens the window and starts smoking. Outside the window, she looks at the chef's companion, who had big wings. Now she was watching him. Meanwhile, the chef comes, who had come to talk to her, and asks Margot, "Why are you not trying my dishes?" On it, she says that, "Actually, I don't want anything to eat, that's it and nothing else." Hearing this, the chef asks, "Now tell me your real identity, who are you? I will find out who you are after all." Now they are told about the next dish that was made by the chef's companion, but before they serve the dish, first of all, they lay down the white cloth, on which the chef's companion comes and stands and puts a gun in his mouth and ends himself with a bullet, because he believed his dish is unique, that no one can make except me, and no one made. Seeing this, they all panic and ask the chef, "What are you doing all this?" On which the chef answers very relaxed, "You guys don't worry at all, whatever is happening here is a part of the party. So just enjoy it and don't worry." Then the chef's dish, who dies, is given to them, and they eat it, but they feel like they should leave from here as soon as possible. The old man gets up quickly and tells his wife that we should leave, but when they were about to leave, chef's companion stops them along with her other companions. She also cuts a finger of the old man in order to force him. Seeing it, they all panicked and went to their own places and sat, because they understand that if they try to run away from here, they will kill them too. After a while, Margot goes to the chef and asks, "What do you want to do here?" what is your intention? On which the chef says while smiling, first tell me your true identity, that who are you? Then I will tell you what my plan is. She says, I told you my name is Margot, on which the chef says that no, you can't be Margot, you were not included in the list of guests coming here, in fact, you have been deliberately put in that list. No one else had to come in your place, but you came here taking his place. You are not a part of our plan, so we are forced to change our plan. And listen, I want to tell you an important thing. All the people who have come here will die, we and the guests too. Now it is obvious that you have also come here, so you will also die. Now you have to decide whether you will die with us or would you like to die with the customers. Now after hearing this, Margot becomes worried. He comes to the chef and tells him that how do you all forget our dishes? Every year you come to spend holidays, but you don't remember a single dish of ours, and now I will kill you all one by one because I know that cooking is so difficult. This work is not as easy as you people think. After hearing this, all three businessmen get up immediately and says to the chef, do you know who we are? The owner of this house is our friend, and by saying him we can get you out of here. After hearing this, the chef says, why will you work so hard? There will be no need for this. Saying this, he tells him to look out the window, and when they look out, the owner of this house was there. Behind him, the chef had put big wings, and now in front of everyone, he ends him while drowning him in the stream. This makes everyone scared and understood that the chef is dangerous and crazy too. After a while, Margot goes to the chef to talk to him and says that you were absolutely right. Yes, my name is not Margot, but I really shouldn't have been here. After hearing this, the chef says, leave these things, just tell me who will you like to die with? Margot says, I need more time to think. After this, the chef takes them all out. He tells everyone that I am giving you a chance to escape from here. The one who has to save his life hide here, but if my workers catch you, you will have to come back. With this, all the men run away from there and hide, and the chef's companion starts looking for them. The chef's companion, she takes all the women inside and serves her dish. After eating this, they start praising her falsely and she becomes happy hearing this, but where people were hiding, everyone gets caught, and after this, everyone is called back to the hotel. The chef comes to Margot's friend and tells everyone that I had invited him to come with his wife, but he did not come with her. In fact, this girl has brought Margot with her, who is not a good girl and has also stayed with the old man who was rich. The chef respects his friend even more and says, when you knew that this girl is like this, why did you bring her here? Because the plan in which she was not included will definitely get punished for it. He immediately picks her up and puts on the chef's clothes and tells him to cook. Margot's friend does not cook, but the companion was crying a lot because he was being insulted. That's why he ends himself. After a while, Margot goes to the chef and says, I am with you, I need things for this, I have to go to your house. After hearing this, the chef tells his companion to give him the keys to my house because she is also one of us now and will die with us. Now Margot takes the keys and goes to his house and sees that the chef is crazy about cooking. The passion has now become madness. Meanwhile, the chef's companion also comes and tells Margot that the chef has sent me here to kill you. Saying this, she attacks Margot, but she stops her attack and snatches the knife from her, and on the contrary, she attacks her, due to which she dies. Then Margot runs away from there. She goes to the chef's room and sees that he was married and had a daughter, and the chef liked to make cheeseburgers a lot, he used to make that the most. She also sees a radio here through which she sends a message so that someone can come here to help her. When Margot comes back, the chef sees blood on his hands. He understood that she has killed his companion, and an inspector comes there as he gets the radio message to see if everything is fine or not, but he becomes surprised to see all the guests because they were all his favorites whom he liked. The film star there was also his favorite, that's why the inspector asks for his autograph. On which he also gives the autograph, but he had written there, help us. Hearing this, the inspector takes out his gun and points it toward the chef and says, no cunningness, move back. Then the inspector shoots, but the trouble is that fire comes out instead of bullet because it was a matchstick gun. After which he shakes hands with the chef, and seeing it, everyone understands that he is also a chef's companion, he is just making fun of them. Now Margot wanted to get out of here somehow because she knew that the last dish was being made, and if I stay here, I will die with everyone. She tells the chef that I am hungry now, so make something else for me to eat except for the dish. Hearing it, the chef says, tell me, what do you want to eat? Margot says, I want to eat a cheeseburger, because she knew that the chef likes to make cheeseburgers because her daughter likes it a lot, and this was found by Margot when she went to the chef's house. The chef makes a cheeseburger for Margot with great love because she had asked for. She says that your burger is so delicious that eating one bite has filled my stomach. You do this, pack the rest of the dishes and burgers, I will take them to my house. Hearing this, the chef does this and packs a few dishes and burgers and gives it to her. Margot moves out of there immediately after taking them, and the chef also does not stop her and let her go. He let her go because she was the first who had praised her dish because the chef wanted everyone to eat her dishes and always remember him. Good and bad people would like every dish. After this, he serves the rest of the guests his last dish which he spreads on the ground. He puts on everyone's chocolate caps and sets them on fire by which all the chocolate melts and goes into their eyes. There is a big explosion immediately because there were bombs too, in which everyone is killed. On another side, Margot takes the inspector's boat and leaves. She starts eating a cheeseburger comfortably when she sees the fire burning. Here this story concludes.